morning. I'm Ray Christian. I'm pleased to announce the release of our new book, Score the Ball, The Fringe Situation. This book is about one thing, scoring the ball, getting the ball into the hole when the ball is just off of the green in a fringe situation. Score the Ball, the Fringe Situation covers this shot. The ball is just off of the green. It's a little too far to putt, but you have a lot of green to work with. So we hit a low shot that runs like a putt up to the pin. This is a situation that you encounter every time you play. If you can learn to hit this shot, you can break 80, you can break 90, you might even be able to beat your playing partners. So it's a good shot to have in your bag. Let's take a look and see how we hit it. We hit it low. We just run it up there like a putt. There we go. See, it's an easy shot to hit and something that one that everyone is capable of hitting. Here I'm going to hit 4 different low running fringe shots from different spots. You can see how easy it is to execute this shot. Last year, some of the PGA Touring pros got up and down from this shot 90% of the time. But many amateurs fail to get up and down even 10% of the time. This is a huge differential for such a simple shot. This easy shot is not just easy to learn, but you get immediate feedback as to the errors in both line and distance. It doesn't take long to realize where you need to spend your time working on this shot. Look at the consistency of these shots. Did that look hard? With all of the great in-depth materials that we provide in this book, you will really enjoy learning to execute this shot to a high level. As you can see, this shot doesn't take a lot of physical strength or agility. These are nice, easy shots that anyone can hit that can swing a golf club. No professional player has any physical advantage over you hitting this shot. So, to hit this shot like a professional, it takes first to assess your situation around the green, and then knowing the proper mechanics to execute this shot every time. To be successful with the low running fringe shot, it takes 2 components. One is your line. The line has to be right. You have to be able to read it. You have to be able to execute it. Number 2 is your distance. Distance control is extremely important on this shot. So we cover both to a high degree of detail in this book. Professional golfers say that consistency leads to confidence. Confidence in turn leads to aggressive play. Aggressive play leads to scoring. It's really simple. Now, have you ever noticed when the professionals play how they always seem to know exactly where their ball's going to go when they're chipping around the green? With this book, you can learn the same. Let's hit a shot. In golf, there's no overcoming a poor setup or shoddy mechanics. They have to be precise every time. Our book covers step by step on how to get started and then how to stay on track. The premise of this book is situational golf. How to recognize, evaluate, and calculate the highest percentage shot for that particular situation. So, let's look at some different situations around this green just to see how radically they can change in just a matter of a few feet. Just to the right, we have a sand bunker. Right behind that is a grass bunker. Here we've got a nice, easy apron, close to the pin, but here we have mounds, we have humps, we have lots of different terrain here to have to learn to hit from each spot. Let's walk around the green and take a look. Here we've got humps here, we're close to the pin. We can be right on the back side of that, a completely different shot. We can be right on the fringe here. This is a different shot than right back there. How about if we were on top over here? All of a sudden we don't have much green to work with, but if we're right over here, we seem to have a lot of green to work with. So once again, the shot changes. Distance and line. It's always distance and line, but what shot are you going to hit for that distance and line to make it pay off? Here we have humps again. We've got valleys. We could be behind the humps. Now we're looking at a downhill green. When we were over here, we were looking at an uphill green. Completely different shot. Probably a different club. There's a lot of situations, but once you learn situational golf, you should be able to handle all of those situations. See that? Did that look hard? It wasn't. Anyone can learn to hit this shot consistently if they have the proper teaching tools. There's a huge misconception that if you practice a lot, you're going to get more consistent and better. It's not necessarily the case. There's nothing worse than coming to the realization that you've just spent hours, days, even weeks practicing, and you're not getting any better. You're using the wrong techniques. One of the components of this book is productive practice methods. Practice methods for the fringe, the situations that we've been talking about throughout the book. We cover uphill shots and downhill shots, long shots and short shots, just about every situation that you will find around the fringe. This book has been specially formatted to be able to take it with you to the course. You can bring your Kindle, your ebook, or even your laptop and use them as training aids while you're practicing. The second book in our series is still situational based, but requires a higher, softer shot. We're going to move a little bit off the green and teach this one after you've learned the fringe shot. Mastering the fringe situation is critical before we move on to different situations and other shots. Score the Ball, Volume 1, The Fringe Situation, is now available on Amazon.com. You can order this Kindle book and get started right away. This book will get you to where you're going to beat your buddies. Don't waste your time. Let's get going here. This is Ray Christian. We'll see you on the course, scoring the ball. Wow, how cool was that?